Okay. Can you hear me clearly? Where is chat box? Anyone respond? Can you hear me properly? Yes, good. Okay, today is Engineers Day. I wish you happy Engineers Day. In 1 or 2 years, you are going to be a new engineers and you are coming to the, uh, oh, sorry, some echo. Wait a while. Right now, is it okay? Is it okay, ma? Okay, good. Okay. Stop typing. Okay. In near future, you are going to be new engineers. All of you, I wish you all of you very happy Engineers Day. We will see. Uh, One thing. What is actually an engineer? I want to ask some questions on this day. What actually engineer do? How a person will be called as an engineer? What he will do actually? A common man thinks. 2 minutes, not more than that. After that, we will start our class. I'm not getting any answers. An engineer is a person who find the maximum or minimum ways to do its hardest work in the easiest way. Hardest work in the easiest way. Who finds the more ways. Okay, for this you must understand the what are the ways already there, and can you do more than that thing, and you can find easier way than already existing one. That is the priority and what is the work of a engineer will do. If you are thinking that after 1 or 2 years you are going to be engineer, how come I introduce myself in the real world? In that case, you find a way, a small way, uh, where a hard work. Most of the people are thinking that this is a hard work and you have to follow step of rules, all the things. You find a easiest way for that particular thing, either whatever it may be. If you find that particular thing, you would be called as an engineer and the best person in engineering world. Okay. Once again, I congratulate you. You're going to be in next to 1 or 2 years. You are going to be engineers. I think you will be the best engineers of Hyderabad and Telangana also. Okay? Okay. Let me start your class first. First of all, yesterday we have seen layered architecture, and 7 layers of OSI model. Application, presentation, session layer, and transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Each layer has its own services, interfaces, and its own works. All the things are there we have discussed. If you have any doubts in that regarding that particular thing, I can explain you again, not a problem. Today we are going to see a new protocol called TCP IP protocol. Okay, this protocol is derived Department of Defense in the US. They have come up with the new. They don't want to overcome all the 7 layers. They combined some of the layers, 7 layers, into 4 layers. They combined all the layers, 7 layers, into 4 layers, and they come up with new protocol called TCP IP protocol that we are going to learn in this today's session. Here, TCP IP layer, it has only 4 layers that are host to network layer, internet layer, transport layer, and application layer. The design will be like this. Okay, TCP IP application, host to network layer. Host to network layer, that is the combination of your physical layer and data link layer. Host to network layer, it is a combination of physical and data link layer. This is a bottom up approach. I am explaining you bottom up approach. That means from lower level to higher level. First, this is the host to network layer. Host to network layer, this is a combination of your physical layer and data link layer. What data link layer will do? Data link layer will keep an eye on your network media, and physical layer, it will translate your bits and bytes, bits, zeros and ones, all the information to the next end. Okay, next we have internet layer. Internet layer is nothing but in your OSI model network layer. Network layer simply transmitted as internet layer in TCP IP model. TCP IP model. Next, third one is transport layer. This is a transport layer is as like your OSI model, as well as some services of session layer also it is going to do. Okay, transport layer is the combination of transport layer and some services of your session layer. Okay, that we are going to see. Next, coming to the application layer. This is the top layer, upper bound layer, top layer of your OSI model. In this application layer, we are directly speaking to user end application, and we are having the application layer protocols to transfer the data from application layer to presentation. Here in TCP IP protocol, we are using application, we are combining application, presentation, and session. So some of the services of session layer also. Application, all the services of application and protocols, and presentation layer, all the services and protocols we are combining in your application layer. This is called as application layer in your TCP IP protocol. Okay, we are seeing here there are so many protocols are there in application: SMTP, FTP, HTTP, DNS, and SMTP, Telnet. These are the some of the protocols we are using in the application layer. Okay, simple mail transfer protocol, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, file transfer protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol. The protocol itself saying that I am going to send some file, XYZ file, either it is a text or it is a image, that is a video or whatever. I am going to send using file transfer protocol. Okay, it's a simple mail transfer. For purpose mail itself, it is saying that I am going to send a small mails from one person to another person. Okay, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. In the internet world, everything whatever you are using, your google.com or any website you are doing, that is converted into this HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol only. You are not seeing your text files as it is in your Google or some other sites. You are using this HTTP whenever you are creating a file with HTML extension, that will transfer through this high HTTP protocol only. HTML files which are we are transferring through over the internet with the help of hypertext transfer protocol only. And the next one is the DNS, domain naming system. Right now, you are whenever you are typing anything in your Google search engine, your Google browser, Yahoo.com, Facebook.com, yeah, WhatsApp.com, WhatsApp web, like you are typing something, but how it is understanding you are whatever you are typing. If you want to type any book also, DCC or notes also, it will understand that particular thing with the help of this domain naming system only. But my computer, my network won't understand normal ASCII codes. It will convert that, but whenever I'm asking some IP address, facebook.com, it is going to go the domain naming service, DNS application server, DNS server, and it will find the, is there any IP address along with this particular facebook.com or yahoo.com, google.com. There is any IP address along with that particular name or that particular string. It is whenever it finds that particular IP address, it is going to redirect that particular thing to your computer, that particular computer, Facebook computer, or in the cloud, or Google computer, that particular machine it is going to redirect. SNMP, Network Management Protocol. If you are doing all these networks in the online mode, in that case you need to have the what is the network management, how the network is working on that particular cloud based platforms. For that, network management protocol will be going to work. Telnet is going to access the remote computers. Telnet, with the help of Telnet, you are going to access the remote computers in your home. These are the protocols. They are the protocols you are going to use in your application layer. Your application layer, TCP IP application layer, is the combination of your application, presentation, and session layer. Okay. Next, coming to the next layer, transport layer. Transport layer will have two basic protocols, TCP and UDP. TCP and UDP. These are the transmission control protocol. UDP, user datagram protocol. TCP transmission control protocol. UDP, user datagram. This is the connection oriented. TCP is the connection oriented protocol, and DCP is equal. UDP is datagram protocol is a connectionless. That means whenever I'm using mobile phone or landline phone, it is a connection oriented. Whenever you're calling to that particular person, that particular person must be available. Okay, whenever I'm transmitting some voice from this end to that end, in that condition, it must be both the ends must be active. Both the end must be active, and the data transfer would be properly going from one end to another. Otherwise, what will happen if I am talking something, hi, how are you? It will go after, if the other person is not there. That is, in that case, if it is a connection less, in that condition, other person won't understand, he won't give any answer to me. That is a useless for me. That's the reason this is the TCP connection. TCP, transmission control protocol, is the connection orient. Now coming to the UDP. Whenever I'm sending a mail or message, I will send through the packets. I will send a packet from person A to person B. That packet will go and resides in the server or that particular client's mailbox. For this, you need not to have the other end to be active. Okay, whatever you are sending, that particular information will go and resides in the client server, client's machine. So you need not to worry about that particular thing. That will be storing in the server, and you need not, other end may not be after 1 hour or 2 hours or 1 or 2 days. After some time, he will come and he will open his mailbox or his SMS, and he will understand the particular whatever you are sending. And the other protocol is stream control transmission protocol. Whatever the data stream control, whatever the data is you are sending, that controls that stream of data. Means whenever the combination of bits and bytes data, that will be controlled by your stream control transport protocol. Okay, we are learning, we are understanding what is there in your transport layer. We are going to learn each topic in the next sessions. That means next units. Your data link layer is the one total, physical layer and data link layer is the one total unit in your Gen2 syllabus. So After that, we are going to learn each network layer, also one thing, transport layer. These 4 units are the next 4 units of your JNTU syllabus. Okay, your host to network, the data physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, and application layer. These 4 are the next 4 units of your thing. So you have to remember the things, what are the protocols we are thinking, we are understanding, that we are going to discuss in the latter sections very deeply and point by point how it is work, what are the steps we have to do in the TCP transmission control protocol, what are the, how the header would be, how the tail would be, all the what is the packet, what is the everything, how the header would be, and physical address, logical address, specific address, all the port numbers, all the things we are going to learn in the next sessions. Okay, in the next network layer, ICMP, IGMP, and RARP, ARP. This is the internet protocol, internet IP protocol. This is the IP protocol. It is a very great thing. Okay, give me a minute, ma. I will come back. Hello. ఎవరండి మీరు? ఓకే అండి, నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను, నేను తర్వాత మాట్లాడతాను. Hello, can you hear me right now? Okay, we will start again. Okay, ARP, automatic repeat request, these particular protocols we are using for networking transmission and your IP addressing, logical addressing, and retransmission of your information. All things will come from the ICMP, IGMP, RP, RARP, ARP, automatic repeat request. These kind of protocols will comes under your internet protocol, IP protocol. Now coming to the data link and physical protocol. These protocol defined by under network protocols. These are the dead end protocols. These are to transfer the data from one end to next end, that we are going to see in the next sessions. Okay, the first basic 4 layers are the host to network layer, internet layer, next transport layer, and the applications layer. Okay, application layer, and what are the protocols are there in the each and every application. Application is the higher top end application which is talking to your user end application. So either it is Google, Chrome, Firefox, or Skype. This kind of application, it is going to talk to your application. Your physical layer is simply you are transferring the data from one place to another place in the form of bits and bytes to, give me a minute. Stream control, stream control transport, SCTP, stream control, stream of data, stream, SCTP. I didn't see your message. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, now we are going to be with what is the addressing form. Okay, these are the protocols in your TCP IP. Okay, protocols and the 4 layers, 4 different layers. Simple, what happens for each layer, what it will do, and how it is in the same way. Layered architecture, what will it do? First of all, it will take the application layer, takes the input from your end user, and it will transfer to, and it will process with the help of HTTP, DNS, all the things, and it will transfer to the transport layer to again network layer to again your data link or physical layers. Okay, here we are discussing a transport layer application. At the end, other end, receiver's end, he same thing, he will take the information from host to network layer, that is the data link physical layer, host to network layer, that is the host to network, the last layer, and it will translate that particular thing to into IGMP, ICMP, network internet protocol networks. After that, he will translate to transport layer to again application layer to at the end user. Okay, for these we need some things to learn how these particular things will happen. There are some networking addressing mechanism would be helpful for learn all these things. We have 4 types of addresses in your computer networks. First, physical address. Physical address. Second, logical address, port address, specific address. Okay, coming to the physical address. Physical address. Yesterday we have discussed what is physical address. It is a MAC ID or IME number. That means whenever you are buying a device, new device, that new device will have a NIC card. NIC, that means network management network interface card. NIC card. That network interface card will have a permanent account number or the permanent number. That permanent number is 48 bits, 48 bit space. Okay, 2 to the power of 48 number of devices we can have all over the world. 2 to the power of 48 bits, that will be considered as hexadecimal, that we are going to discuss. Physical address, that is mean the permanent address. Whenever you lost this particular address, your mobile, with the help of this physical address only, that you are going to recognize your mobiles. Okay, when you are lost your computer or system, anything, in that case you are going to understand this is my mobile, how you are going to, with the help of physical address only. MAC address or your IME number of your mobile. Okay, in case of your laptops or system computers, in the MAC address. Okay, next, logical address. Logical address is nothing but your IP address. That means whenever I want to connect to a computer, I want to connect to the computer network, not computer, I want to connect to the network. In that case, I need to have a specific particular information, a fixed address. I need a fixed address to transfer the data from one person to another person. In that case, we will have a logical address. Logical address, that is nothing but your IP number, IP address. IP address is nothing but your logical address. That is IPv4 or IPv6, that we are going to learn in the next sessions. Logical address, this is the IP address of your system. Whenever I'm moving from my system Hyderabad to Vijayawada or Hyderabad to Mumbai, in that case, my physical address won't change forever. My physical address won't change from one place to another place. If I lost my mobile also, the physical address would be remain same at the end till the destroy of my mobile or my computer. But in case of logical address, if I am sitting in the Narayanguda, my logical address is particular 10.11. Some 32.15. If I am sitting in the some other place, that is Himayat Nagar or in other building also, in that case also there may be a chance of changing your logical address. Okay, IP address may change from one place to one room to another room also, with the help of how you are connecting to the network. With the help, if you are connecting through beam beam network, in that case you will have a IP address with the same some one IP address. If you are connecting with your mobile phone, in that case your logical address will be changed from one place to another place. If you are connecting through Wi-Fi, your logical address is different. If you are connecting through your mobile hotspot, in that case your logical address will automatically change. Okay, now coming to the port address, addressing mechanism. Port address, this is the one thing your system has the capable of doing each and every application. That means your system is multi-user application, multi-processing application system. That means while you are running your PUBG game, you can listen to the music. Whenever you are running your DBMS, you can do your PPTs on your desktop. Yes or no? Your multiple multi-processing application. So your computer can capable of having multiple processes at the same time. Okay, for that purpose, each process, and your computer have the Gmail, Skype, and uh, WhatsApp, all the things. Whenever I'm sending a message from Gmail to Gmail, I have sent a message to that particular person. He got the message till the logical address and physical address also, till the logical. To whom I have to deliver, that is the Gmail application or Yahoo application or Skype application. To whom I have to deliver this particular thing. For that purpose, we are using these port addresses. Port addresses. Okay, we are using port addresses. That means every application in your computer which is running on in the network will have this port address also. If I am working on Skype, in that whenever other person sends a message from other Skype element to my Skype, in that with the help of this port address only, it is going to find the Skype application, and it is going to deliver that a message to my Skype application. Okay, with the help of port address, it is going to pass. Give me a minute, ma. Specific address. Now, specific address. Now, this is the new thing. You haven't seen that particular thing. Physical address you may know for thing. This specific address, I will tell you something. Charan at the rate of gmail.com is the one IP address. Charan at the rate of gmail.com is the one IP address, one email ID. Charan at the rate of google.com. Charan at the rate of google.com. What it is saying, that it is specifying that particular address. First of all, if you want to find this particular address, first Charan at gmail.com. In that case, you go to Gmail server, or this particular company server, Gmail company server, and in that is a commercial thing. .com is there. So this is a commercial thing. So it is going to go there and find out either that particular Charan is available or not in that particular place with the help of specific address. If in the case of Charan at google.com, it will go your Google server. It is not going to go the Gmail server or Yahoo server. It won't go. The specific particular thing, this with the help of this logical thing, this is called as a specific address in your networks, computer networks. Did you understand, ma? Any doubts in this? First, physical address, your MAC ID or logical ID, MAC ID or your IMEI number of your system. That is the permanent system that you have to use for the end of that particular device. Okay, logical address. These are the addresses. It will, if you move the network thing, the setup of that particular internet provider, your logical address will be differ. These logical addresses used in the network layer, and your physical addresses in your data link layer. Okay, your data link layer means here is in TCP IP host to network layer. Network layer means internet layer, IP. Okay. Next, port number. Port addresses are used in your transport layer. For identifying the particular process. For which process I am going to send this particular is a message or email, for which process I am going to specific address. Specific addresses are useful for whenever I reach the Gmail server and I have identified the all the services of Gmail, but I want to find the space where to store this particular thing. Charan is the particular ID of that google.com or gmail.com specific identity, specific ID for that particular google.com or gmail.com, yahoo.com or some other outlook.com, whatever. Okay, these are the four types of, we are going to see how the relationship layers and addresses in the TCP IP. Specific addresses, your processes, that means whatever the which HTTP or HTTPS, SMTP, which application, which addresses I have to use, and address. Sir, yesterday we got a wrong in quiz for addresses used for transport layer, port address. I didn't get you. 0407. Okay, you are port addresses. Hello, 0407. Can you hear me? Okay, you type. Meanwhile, I will continue. Application layer will have a specific addresses. That means particular application only will use this particular specific addresses of that particular. If I am sending Skype mail ID, Skype ID, in that case it is going to use that Skype application only, not the other application. With the help of specific addresses, we are going to use these application layer. In the port numbers, whenever I'm using port numbers, these are useful in your transport layer is going to check the whether that particular thing is going to this particular thing or that particular thing. If I am using here, I am using TCP. Sir, yesterday we got a wrong in quiz for addresses used by transport layer, port address. Sir, you said now transport layer uses the port addresses. Yes. Okay, yesterday's I will show you which question. Give me a minute. TCP OSI MCQ. This one only. Which address is used to identify the process on a host by the transport layer, Here I'm saying by the transport layer. Which address is using for finding the host, that particular thing? So in that case, here it is the port address. Host, process, identify a process. Process means your application. Either it is Google application or Chrome application or Gmail, Skype, or the key in the quiz was wrong for this question. See, potom here you see identify a process. That means my system has a Zoom meeting. Okay, Gmail application also there. Application also my what do you say? Gmail, Skype application also there. WhatsApp also there. Okay, I have to identify to which process. Process means my thing, whatever the application. That application I have to find out by the transport layer. Your transport layer is going to understand. We got, okay, you kept it as the C port number, even though you got the wrong answer. Is it correct? Okay, that's fine. I will check If it is like that, I will modify that. Your marks will be considered not a issue. Maybe the typing issue, typing error. Key was wrong. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. I will check. I will let you know in the next class. Not a problem. Now coming to the port address. These are the layers, addresses where we are using these particular layers. We have data link layer, physical layer. These are the physical network, the host to network layers. This is the data link layer, physical. These are both are combined with host to network layer. Okay. Now coming to the physical address. My physical address is the 48-bit length physical address. MAC address 48-bit length. That means 48-bit length must be there with 8 octets, 6 octets. Okay, my MAC ID, MAC most local area network uses 48-bit 6-byte physical address written as 12 hexadecimal digits. 12 hexadecimal digits. All the local area networks uses the 48-bit 6 bytes of physical address written in as the 12 hexadecimal digits. That means each byte will have two digits. That is our hexadecimal digits. Most of the things physical address, most physical address. And how these local area networks, this physical address will be used in this, that we are going to see in this diagram. Okay, here my sender has the physical address 10. Okay, a receiver source address and destination address has the physical address 87. You can see here sender and receiver with 10 and 10, 87. Meanwhile, these are the total 4 systems are connected in the local area network only, local LAN, in the LAN only. Within the same room we have 4 systems. The MAC IDs of bus 1, 2, 3, 4 are 10, 28, 53 and 87. Okay, whenever I'm adding in the data link layer, I am going to add the destination address 87 and the source address 10. 10 is the local ID, physical ID of my system. This is the total packet with, after that I am going to add my data at the end trailer, so no one can add many information into that particular data. That is the that we are going to see in the next sessions. Not a problem. Here I have added trailer, header and trailer. In the header, destination address is there, source address is there, and the data also encapsulated into that particular packet I have transmitted. Okay, first it will goes to the 28th address in the LAN. It will check is that particular 87 is the IP address, physical address of that particular machine. It is not. It is, if it is not matching, again it will come back and it will forward to the next mission. Next mission, what is the IP physical address of that particular machine? That is the 53. It is not matching, so again it will come back and it will move forward. Okay, and after that at the end it will reach the receiver. It will find there is a correct match of your physical address and it will deliver that particular packet to that particular thing. Meanwhile, there are so many hacking things will be there that will be that we will be convert with the help of your routers and the setup all the things in the networks. There may, this is the physical addressing, how your data link layer will check. There are so many mechanisms to understand which is the physical address matches to that particular thing. We will find out at the router level only with the help of routing mechanisms, and that we are going to learn in the next chapters. Okay, this is a simple. First, I have a physical address, senders and receivers address is there, destination address and the source address also 87 and 10. First, it will check one by one all the in the same network. It is going to check all the things, and once it receives the actual destination address, it will transfer deploy that particular it will move that particular data into that particular person with the without any issues in physical, with the help of physical address. Okay, physical address means your machine address. Okay, now coming to the logical address. Here here I have two systems, PA10 and P95. PA10 and P95, sender and receiver. Sender is A10. The above machine is sender. A by A slash 10 is the sender. A dash 10 is the sender, and P dot 95. Whenever I'm using this particular thing in data link layer, I'm using 10 and 20, 10 and 20, but the IP the logical address is not correct. Okay, my logical address is 95, but I am using 10 and 20. Source is 10, destination is 20. What is 20? I am forwarding this particular data to my router, so that my router will find out the exact match of your logical address, and it will forward to the next router or the network within the network. First of all, your sender will have the logical ID and physical address, both the things. In the data link layer, within the LAN, it is going to check if I am not finding any server anything, it is going to simply it is sending this particular thing to my router. Here I am sending my IP my data packet to my first of all router. Okay, here my at the router my data IP addresses, all the things are changed. Okay, 33 and 99 I have modified. Physical address has changed because my physical address is here. My router's physical address is T99. My first of all, I got the data from a particular sender to the person, router thinks that this is not my data, so I have to transfer this. Anyhow, this data came from the LAN 1. I have to shift this particular data to LAN 2. Okay, that's the reason it will modify its data number. It is a physical address to 99 and the source address to 33, and it is forwarded to the LAN 2. Okay, now coming to the 99, 33, 99. 33 is the IP address, your physical address of your router 2. Router 2 I understand that there is no IP address in my LAN, so I have to forward this particular thing to next. Again, it is going to convert its physical address to the LAN 3. Here 99, I got the 99 to 99 and 33. Here I received at the 33, and 33 is router IP address, physical address. Every device in the computer networks will have physical address and logical address. Okay, 33, and it is forwarding to the next. Okay, it is going to convert, it is a logical address of this particular thing. It is going to convert again as the 66 as a physical address. 66 is the source address of that particular thing, and it is sending to your data link layer. So Here your IP addresses, logical addresses are modifying day by day. That means not day by day, it is one network to another network. Here I have first of all A10 to when I received at the router modifies the IP addresses from this particular thing, from router 2 to router 1 to router 2. So what is A and P in the network layer? Actual address and sorry, it is not actual address. Physical address. Give me a minute. Oh, yeah. एक मिनट. These are the local network actual addresses, physical addresses of your A and P. Your what you say, source address and destination address, source and destination address. But the logical addresses are in the data link layer are converting from one place to another place. Whenever you are transmitting, whenever you are using, if you are using any broadband network, Wi-Fi network, whenever you are using, you are speaking to the internet, yes or no? Whenever you are speaking to the internet outside the world, every thing whatever you are sending through your router logical address, routers logical address, routers logical physical routers logical address, you are using router logical address. But your, whenever I'm saying that this particular, how to find out that router logical address, whenever I'm sending, you are in college, there are 500 people are, wait a minute. Rahula Aditya, I'm not getting anything. Okay, whenever I'm in college, there are 500 systems are there, but my physical address, that means not physical address, my broadband address, that is the router, main router of my college, it located some place XYZ FS1 or FS10 or some place. Whatever I am doing with my network, my logical address will be formatting and modifying from one place to another place. Whenever I am in the LAN 1 in FS1, I am here, my logical address, IP address modifies from my LAN 1 to LAN 2 with the help of router. Okay, but my physical address won't change from one place to another place. Okay, okay, this is the AP, these are the physical address are the fixed one that won't change for the next levels. If I move to one LAN to another LAN, LAN 1 to LAN 2 or LAN 3, any level, I won't change my addresses, but my logical address, IP addresses 2020, 2010, and till the router 1, my source and destination addresses are 20 and 10. Both are the 20 and 10. Yes or no? Next, after moving from one router 1 to the next thing, next LAN, my logical addresses are changed. Logical IP addresses are changed with the help of physical address. Here he is saying that my physical address is changing, physical addresses are changing. So saying that, why he is saying that, whenever I'm using my laptop, yes or no, my system I'm using, in that particular system, you are used particular IP address. Okay, my router has the IP logical address and the physical addresses. If these physical address modified as another physical address, this particular I am sending through this physical address to the another LAN. Okay, in the second LAN, again I am finding I did not find any IP address or any logical address in that particular thing, so I have moved to the next LAN. Okay, I have moved to the next network. Okay, like this I am moving to the all the networks. At the end, I received I have find out the particular proper IP address. That particular IP address, I need to deliver this particular message. Meanwhile, I am not able to, I am not going to deliver my packet to anyone. Okay, is it okay, ma? Any doubts in this? Can you hear me, ma? Physical addresses are changed. That means device is changing. Whenever I'm transferring the data from, we are looking it. This is the LAN 1 network, is the one network. I am transferring the information from one network to, I think, okay, good. I can see you. Can you hear me? Just respond, ma. Okay, good. When I'm shifting one place to another place, it is going to change the IP physical address of that particular thing, that particular system, from one system to another. When I am sending as a machine in my network, I am thinking that this is my the end system, but whenever I send, my message will go to my router, from my router to again redirecting my data to the next level of your LAN and your total entire network. Okay, next. Next, port addresses. We are using 16-bit port addresses for all the things. That means my port address will goes with, wait a while, 1 2 3 4, like this. My port addresses will go logical addresses, and my port address won't change from one place to another place. That means if I am using a Skype or any Gmail application, whenever I'm sending a message from my Skype to Gmail application or any other application, A application to B application. Okay, port number won't change for anyone. That means whenever you are installing your DBMS, MySQL or any application, that will have a particular port number. According to that particular port number only, you are going to receive the information. Whenever here your sender A is there, P is the receiver. Here data is transferred from A J. A is the process number. Here J is the receiver's process number. So whenever I'm adding this particular thing A and J, and here I'm adding the sender IP, sender physical address, receiver physical address, A and P. Okay, header 2, I'm adding the header 2, that is for IP address from my network to another network. Okay, port number is the common for all the systems for all over the world. Whenever you are installing a Skype, it will have one particular proper port number, so that it can identify all the things in the Skype application through all over the network. Okay, whenever I'm shifting my data A to Z process, these are the two different processes. I can speak to any process. This is not the compulsory that I have. Whenever I'm sending the message from this particular application to that particular application, I can speak to any process throughout the network. Okay, whenever I'm sending a message data, I'm sending a data from A to P, receiver, sender to receiver. Here my process ID. Here my process IDs A and J. My physical addresses are AP through H2. H2 is added in the data link layer. Here I am, and trailer 2 also in the this particular thing. I have added this particular thing though. So it is going to through network, and at the end again it is processed the same thing in the data link layer, network layer, and port number and port addresses are both are same only. Here we are not using 10.11 things. We are using most probably 35 65 535 numbers only in the from 1 to 127 to 65 535 numbers only. Numbers, that means port number is equal to 80. We use the 80 for HTTP. 3366 is for 3306 for MySQL. Like this, we will use the port number, port addresses. Both are the same only, not different. Okay. This is how your port number will help in your data transmission. Port number, to identify the process, we are using port numbers. Okay, one place to another, identify. If I want to talk to through Java application through some other MySQL application, in that case my Java application is running in the XYZ port, okay, with the Java, but my MySQL application is running on 3306 port. So I need to know the socket numbers that we are going to see in the next classes. Socket numbers and the port numbers of that particular thing. Socket numbers also we will come across with these things. So first of all, I got that particular place and 3306 port number. After that, that is nothing but your socket programming. First, you will go to that particular system 10.11.36.19, and you will find out the port, which port I have to retrieve. When you are using tessellator, it is using, first you are connecting to the online kmit.com. Simply you click online kmit.com :80. Okay, 80 port on, click on, it will redirect to that particular thing. Automatically it will add the port ID to your IP address and it will forward. When you are typing in your URL, it will add the your port ID. HTTPS also, your browser is capable of these works are doable by your browser. You are not, first of all, whenever you are typing google.com, Even though Google, when you are typing a small google.com, it will convert your that google.com word into https colon double slash slash google double slash google.com www.google.com colon 80. It is going to direct 80 port or 8080 port. According to that particular port, it is simply http http or https port. It is going to active and it is going to get the information from that particular page. Okay, compulsory whenever you are typing that thing, your browser is capable of adding all these https protocol and port number. It will automatically, it will add to, you type the url google.com colon 80 also, it will directly redirect to your Google page only. Okay, it will add the port number without your intervention. It is going to add the your port number to that particular thing, and it will, if I am using FTP servers, that will, it will add another port number. If I am using some other servers, DBMS servers, in that case, if it is MySQL, if you are using MySQL, it will add the 3306. If you are using Oracle, that will add the new port numbers to your IP address in, and it will redirect to you to that particular thing. Next, last one is specific address. As we have discussed, if you are sending any mail ID, that particular space, gmail.com or google.com, 16 a 16-bit port address represents as one single number, only one single 16-bit port address. 2 to the power of 16 numbers would be there for port address only. 2 to the power of 16 numbers would be there. 8, 10, you can, whenever you are creating your own network. So we learned that in network layer we add logical address. So in the figure 8, P are getting added in the network layer. So AP are logical addresses. Again, wait a while. AP are the logical addresses. Upper layers at work is logical addresses. A and P are the logical addresses of that particular machine. 10 and 20 are the physical addresses of that particular machine. Slide 13. Wait a while. Here A is the, here there are two different things. This system is this not, it is not the that means consequence of that particular thing. These are not the two are different individual situations, okay, is your individual situation. Here you see the A and P are the your network layer, network internet layer. H2, here I am using H2 header 2 for my data link layer. That is the ARP. It is using ARP, automatic repeat request protocol, to find out the MAC addresses of your sender and receiver. Here first of all, you do not have the MAC address of the receiver. Why? It is over the internet, not the intranet. If I am in the same internet, I can found the that particular physical address of that particular. But here it is a internet, so it has to go to the particular router of this particular P server. My message to must reach that network with the help of A and P. That logical address, it has to go to that particular router. After reaching that router, it has to find the exact address, physical addresses are the local area addresses. IP addresses are the logical addresses. According to your DNS, it is going to find and it is going to reach to that particular machines. Okay, for today, this is the thing we have learned: TCP, IP, and addressing. 4 types of addressing. Tomorrow, Saturday, we are going to learn wireless links and network characteristics. Wi-Fi. If we have Wi-Fi, also Wi-Fi, all the things we are going to see. Okay, I am going to activate quiz. We will see the next quiz also, yesterday's quiz also once. Okay, ma, you can, only 4 questions are there. To identify a process on the is correct. 0447 is that there was a typing mistake is a yesterday's question. That support number is correct. I have modified that particular thing. Your marks will be updated.